Alright guys, what's up? Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. Hope you guys are feeling good. Hope you guys are doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to be careful of fake accounts, alright? Remember to be careful of fake accounts. Sadly, yes, sadly, there are fake accounts on every platform, including Discord, including Facebook, Instagram. Remember, I will never message you first. I will never talk about crypto. I don't even trade crypto. I think, in fact, if you ask me about crypto, and this is my personal opinion, I think crypto has no merit. There's nothing backing it up besides what they call this math equation or whatever garbage it is. You know, if I invest into Apple, at least I know that there's an iPhone in my hands right here, right? There's an iPhone in my hand. If I buy Bitcoin, I don't know what the heck is in my hand besides speculation. If the next person thinks that it's nonsense, it's in the depths. So if someone messages you with a Relentless trading name and they talk about crypto, it's a fake account. All right. Likewise with options, with anything, if they message you first, it's a fake account. I do not message people first. All right. Keep that in mind. Stay safe out there. So let's jump into it. The watch list is a little on the longer side today because let's just say the momentum is a little scattered and I'm not super sure which one will be the strong one. So there's a few. There's EVGO. Actually, let's put TOVX first. TOVX, which I think will be my main stock. WHLR continuation, but the volume is lighter right now. There's HKD, which does have a bit of a higher float these days. And then there's a cheaper stock in PEGY. This name does sound familiar. I think I traded this stock before. Quite the extended watch list today because we're not super sure where the momentum is going to come. So we want to at least just have everything on watch and just rotate through from there to see what's moving and what's not. So there's the list on YouTube. Other than that, I'm going to map out a couple trend lines and then make my way here. I'm going to start with TOVX. It's currently up 50%. With 19 million shares of volume. Now, being that this strike is happening here in the States, I want to see what company is going to benefit, right? Of course, there's going to be a lot of companies that will not benefit, but the few that do, hopefully they put out breaking news, and hopefully a few of them are small cap companies, so that we can, get some action here. Because if not, the next couple days could be slower until things clear up, until a deal has been made. All right. TOVX, let's see. High point, clocking in at 204. I do have some daily levels that are worth mentioning here. Let's see. TOVX, do I need to reset the chart? Okay, looks like I do. Okay, let's reset the chart here first. Clear the drawing set. Get some fresh levels going. So pre-market highs we had 204. The low of the current pullback is 177, right above VWAP. On the daily chart, 793 for the 200 EMA. 793. And going back, so we did have a reverse split, which is why some of those trend lines needed to be cleared out. That reverse split was on probably not a reverse split, but split. Is it an actual split or reverse? They're usually reverse splits, but it's on the 26th. So let's see, going back to the 30th, we had a candle high point 715, 26 million shares of volume. I wonder what's the low of this candlestick. Let's see. 495. I don't usually map out the low of the candlestick, but in this case I will. Just to see if we do get up there, if there's any resistance. Other than that, 200 EMA could be a good target. at 793 if this one happens to be strong. That's TOVX. WHLR from yesterday. You know, we had high points of what, about 17, well, 18, 17.99 for yesterday's high. Coming into pre-market today, it did go all the way up to 22.68. So definitely a nice move there. I'm going to clear out some of the previous trend lines that are not as relevant, just to clean up the chart a little bit. Okay. So where are we now? Pre-market highs right now, 22.68. So the low of the pullback has been around 15.90, which is not bad. But this stock, we need volume. Volume is the biggest thing right now. I'm not going to touch it unless volume is there, at least like 200,000 shares per 1 minute candle. I'm not trading anything that has no liquidity. And I'm not looking forward to being filled $1 a share higher. So until this gains volume, this will be considered no man's land for me. Some traders, you know, and I've seen guys like Chris P do well on these types of stocks, but not my cup of tea, man. But for those of you who might see something there and, you know, maybe can position yourself despite the lower volume, hey, maybe there's a sweet setup. I mean, the setup does look decent, but, you know, maybe there's a good entry for you guys. But Pastor will be on the sidelines. HKD, familiar stock. It does have a higher float these days. Our high point as of recent has been 548. Low of the pullback checking in at 93. We'll see, you know, because this name is so famous, this is the stock that went to like 2,500. Because it's so famous, I just have to keep it on watch just off the strength of that alone. This is HKD. This is the penny stock that's been the strongest we've ever seen before. So beating out DYRS and all those other stocks that went to like 100. Even if you want to count DJT and some of the other ones that did really well, that, you know, went to like 120. This thing went to 2,500 bucks. So those are my top three. I do have PEGY up here. You know, we'll see if this one is able to do anything. It's much cheaper, down at like 17 cents, but maybe there's something there. You know, it is the type of day I want to take slow and really be patient for something to be obvious, and like as an obvious parabolic and supernova. No, that did just not. That did not just happen. Fucking hell. I want something to be supernova, super strong, super obvious, and, you know, then I'll really look to get involved. Other than that, I'm gonna take it slow, small size. As my blue light glasses here, this blue light glasses is gonna break. New day trading challenge, trading with one eye only, and it's not even fitting back in place. Well, to the depths. I do have another one somewhere. Come on. All right. So with 30 seconds to go, let's trade to the best of our abilities. Let's be disciplined. Let's be patient. And let's do what we must to ensure success. Let's let that discipline compound. Can I find the other blue light glasses here? Trying to trade without this thing nowadays is like a bit of a challenge. This is the one Marcelo used to use, the clear one. This one looks so not my style, but who cares about style, right? It's time to make some money. All right, let's see. TOVX, how are we doing? WHLR is moving a little bit to the downside. I'm not in a fuss to trade anything right away. Okay. Low 86, high 93. Terrible fill. Surprising too. So it seems like it teleports up and down. Well, teleporting down here as well. TOVX. So PEGY, how are we doing? Not much. I hate to take those losses like that. I mean, it's just nonsense. You're selling for break even, you're catching slippage. Scratch trades, nevertheless. HKD. HKD, perhaps over the whole dollar. Can we see something here? It does seem a little loose, as in range bound, like there's a range here. Tight stop. I'm watching to see if it retests $5. EVGO. Perhaps EVGO. Which one is it going to be? We did pull back all, so it's a full retracement on EVGO. Full retracement down here. Can we get to 25 at least? Time 33. We need to see over 17. All right, cutting it. Cutting it. It should have went 94. Yeah, so we're definitely off to a slow start. WHLR, what is it? What are we looking like? Can we get halted up, please? Please. Come on. 1787. Halt up. Halt up. Good, good, good. Lock in. Lock in. Oh, the halt level's now at 25. 1825, that is. We need this to bring momentum and focus us in on one obvious stock. There was a dip. What was the low of that candle? It was kind of high though. It needs to get locked in, super extended. TOVX, perhaps over 93. And the halt levels continue to get extended. Now this type of trade I'm going to look to give a chance. Actually, we can take that. We can take 18. Yeah. All right, we'll take 18 there. Oh, 65. I kind of effed that up a little bit. Oh, come on, Pastor. The 5-minute candle is red, so I'm just a little skeptical. I don't love when the 5-minute candle is red in these situations. We have about 3 minutes or 2 minutes and a half in the candle. So far, so good. The trade down there was a little risky, but it's going to work out, which I like. This is going to put us in a decent position if we can close green here on this candle. The pullback is here. It's looking all right. No, isn't that some strange price action? The volume is still like a little lighter than I'd like. Big level here. Candle has 30 seconds on the 5. I gotta take off this extra decimal. It's kind of throwing me off just a little bit. How far can we go is the question here. And you gotta watch for it failing miserably because this is resistance up at 20. So we need to like rip through this level here. Good. And it's kind of not really ripping. Do I want to add back? Okay. I'll add back small size. Higher risk trade here. Yep, okay, it's not gonna go. False breakout to the depths. It's still holding, so we'll see what it does. I could have been more assertive on the dip at 17, which would have resulted into a 50-cent winner, but the 5-minute chart was kind of messed up at the time, and then the volume was light, so you didn't really want to risk it. But if volume is there and setup is looking better in terms of volume, so I don't mind looking for the flush out. I think it should flush out here, being that the setup failed miserably. If it flushes down aggressively, I'll take it. Oh, there's a bid, 12,000 at 80. So that's going to be a bit of a support with this lighter volume. I wouldn't bank on it, but you know, let's see what it does. So are we going to try it 1820 again? Can they walk up the ladder? There's 1815. Can we get over 1820 here? Can that order move up to 12 to 18? It's a decent sized position. And is it cancelled? The order might have been cancelled. I'm going to take a sec to see what everyone else is looking at, because it's at 86. And it's kind of like a 20-cent risk here for this to go. Come on. It's being filled. And it is filled. Now it looks like it might go. This level is definitely some resistance though, right? Can we see 30, 40, 50? Perhaps the halt up 62. I'll take the dip if it comes back down. But because it's had so much trouble here, I'm not going to buy again. Do I need to go short? Do I want to try it? There's no shares. I would have been filled at 18, sadly. Which would have been kind of, you know, hot, kind of low versus 30. There's a spread there. But there was good green printing. You know, it's still in this area, but we still didn't get through, so still waiting. Alright, let me see what everybody else is looking at, because I could be just watching nonsense here. Let's see. I'm going to do a full rotation. EVGO. HKD. HKD is on a flag. HKD. Maybe we see something there. Right now it's looking like it's time to go back to bed. Nothing moving. I'm filled on HKD. There's a spread here. AVGO also has a bit of a flat top. I want to see 29. EVGO did give a move. There's 26. There's 28. And maybe I should have sold all. Yep. Mother lover. I was trying to hold the rest for over 30, but should have just sold all. Well, moving on to the next one. EVGO. Perhaps this is the one. Still searching to find a strong stock here. Still searching. The elusive strong stock. Bro, fill me already, man. See, this is a problem. It took 3 seconds to fill. Should have had a flat trade. I'm gonna lose, 2 to 3, well, 3 cents. And that was for the breakout, which is not working anyways. HKD back up, surprisingly, at 17. Maybe there was a 5-minute setup that I looked over. Perhaps. So it's just on this stock, it's just lagging. I don't want to trade this. Don't. I'll just sit on the sidelines. That's fine. I'm not gonna touch this if the orders are just floating. This platform. This beautiful dip I can't even take. This beautiful dip at 38. Let's see. I would have been long. Let's see if this would have worked. Or maybe I'm being a little too tight. Maybe I can work with this lower fills. Try to use limit. I would have been selling half right there. Right there at 50. And waiting for the rest to give something more. The candle is red now on the 5, so gotta be careful of the bigger dip. Although we could see a double bottom. All stuff like that matters, right? It's a $200 trade. Not to mention the lag is going to cost me to be red on the stock. Was that, 280? 280 bucks. Still something. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, be sure to hit the thumbs up. This candle is young, so it could still, pull back more, do its own thing. There's a small bid here. 15 was the low. Well, can we get some sort of a bounce here? I'm gonna re-average. Okay, maybe I should have took 15. Fair, 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 fair. Pretty fair. See, because it's not going to bounce immediately, it's like, okay, it's going to go lower. But I didn't expect just 15. You know, maybe like 12, 10. And then a retest of 30. Alright, cool. HKD. Moving on. See, it's possible that stock could have held up at 40 or 35. But when that new candle comes in on the 5, it just, sometimes the pullback is bigger. Not expecting a flush like that, but I don't love this trade, but it's gonna give. Oh, come on. So it has a bit of a range. Still trying for a breakout, but was this pre-market high? Somewhat. Pre-market high might have been at 4 a.m., but $half area having some trouble. I'm not really in rhythm. I don't know how we're really moving here. So I need to maybe take a second. There's some sellers here at 50. Sellers are not too big. Pretty decent. 69, 71, 73, 76. Most impressive. Halt up is at 94 in case it just goes crazy here. 80. Well, okay. Again, I wasn't in any sort of rhythm, so, I couldn't have done anything here. So just waiting. This could be a little high, but, giving it a shot. Take a couple cents. $66. Just not comfortable with that, waiting. Not the best trade here, but a couple cents nevertheless. Oh, I thought that would have went. 609 is the halt up. That was an aggressive trade for sure. Bigger size too. Hmm. We should rip over 60. We shouldn't see resistance so early. What's going on? I got filled 55, which is just not what I'm seeing. I gotta be careful. I've took too many trades to not be green, which means using size here is not the best move yet. It doesn't want to come down a little more, does it? Yeah, I'm gonna get a 54 fill there. Alright, I'm gonna just try to wait for 70 if I can, unless I get stopped out. And the 5-minute candle is red, which is not a great sign. Come on, KB. Talk to him. Talk to him here at 60. Talk to him nicely. Where are those bulls, the big banks and institutions and retail traders that should be buying this thing up to the moon of 70? Talk to him. Talk to him. Over 60. Show me 65, 70. There's 61. And I need to see more. Diamond hands, being patient. Like, are we getting shorted here or something? Hmm. 55. It seems like there's some resistance at 60. So if we break 60, it should go up quickly, but do we have like a hidden order that's unwinding? Somebody maybe going short? Do I want to add over the level to be aggressive here for the push to 70? I could be all out too soon. Diamond hands turning into paper. I might. Do I want to take size? The 5-minute candlestick did have volume. Perhaps sizing down to 1500 will be best here. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why? Pastor, you already had the trade, brother. Alright, that's fine, whatever. I don't know, I think because there could be a dip here, but because the volume is so high and it seems like it got shorted at 60 or something, I'm just gonna leave it. I got back in again at 48 thinking it was just gonna go over 50, selling down at 38 or so. Yep. 160 bucks to the wind. That was a poor trade. I already took the dip. There's no need to buy back unless it's like obvious, like super obvious strength there. It's too risky. INDO. Well, INDO does have a daily setup here. Let's see. EVGO also. Bro, I'm gonna shut it down, man. I'm gonna get the hell out of here because what are we seeing here today? Like nothing, right? I didn't show up here to like try to trade this. Can't believe I took that trade there, man. Sometimes the market is not even forgiven to say, okay, we'll just let him lose 3 cents. Nope, full flush 10 cents. Sometimes you need the market to play fair with you, right? But you know, we know what it is. I'm just glad, I guess, to not lose 50 cents right there. HKD, INDO, INDO. PEGY, which I did not look at. TOVX. I think I should shut it down. That's what my instincts is telling me. The other part of me is saying, don't shut it down. Just wait and then wait for something good. But sometimes when you try to wait for something good, you're tricked along the way. You know, something looks good and then it's not. You buy and then it's flushing down. So, and WHLR, yeah, this one didn't. So maybe that's it. If I leave, can I leave the scans on? The scans are gonna be left on in the chat room for the students only, brother. For the students only. At least with today's gains, I can buy, well, after taxes, right? After taxes, maybe I can buy a steak dinner at a mid-quality restaurant. Or I can go to McDonald's and flex, right? Sacrifice my arteries for a big meal. Sacrifice the kidneys, the heart, the liver, everything. TOVX. We'll see. Time. This candle does have 4 minutes, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing so far. This is looking like it's gonna go to the depths. This, when the candle closes, we'll see. In the next 3 minutes on the 5. This has to prove to me that it's strong. Prove to me. Rip over 95. Rip over 2. What I don't mind seeing, well, we'll see. I don't mind if it goes up or down, whatever it does. I do like that the volume is increasing. That's a decent sign. And we have about 2 minutes. If we can close above like 4 million shares, that could be good. 4.5 maybe. High day volume is about 6 million on a red candle. Not really seeing any call outs. So nothing new or fresh is moving. Candle has about a minute. We're at 3.8 million, which is decent. I would have loved 4.5 plus, but I'm still really not super interested yet. But we could end up seeing a decent setup here. Do I want to get involved here? $15 left in the 5-minute candle. What's it gonna be? I think it still looks good. Just gotta remain patient. It looks okay, let's say. It looks okay. We closed with about 4 million shares just now. $82, $81, $80. I probably should have jumped in right there. Yep. It's trying. And it's failing. Only 86 attempt. That's pretty sad. Oh, 75 fill. Great. Well, I'm not going to capture that dip. That's fine. Okay, back to what I was saying. Maybe it's time to shut it down. We're now green $100. This red candle, I wonder if this, I mean, this could curl. It could curl. This could curl. It might retest 80. Hopefully I'm not setting myself up here. Well, HKD taking the nosedive of nosedives. I think this could curl, and I'm willing to take another position here. Let's see. Yeah. Well, this will definitely put me red on the day, though, if it doesn't work. And we know that there's always risks. I could try to re-average, or do I just want to add? Now, this is either going to take me to the moon or to the depths. What's the time? 13:50. Uh, hmm. It needs to start to curl. If not, it's just going down. And I'm stopping out for a loss. Alright, I need to get the hell out of here. That's what I have to do. Alright, down 90 bucks, whatever. Cool. Scratch day. We're just not seeing anything. And I'm overstaying my welcome here in this nonsense of a market right now. Is this because of the strikes we're seeing? I mean, I don't know. This is not what we saw in the last month, really, of trading. This, I would say, is the slowest day in the last month. Even on days where we might have finished red, there was something. INDO. INDO. Coming to save the day. The halt up is at 65. It's kind of extended. It doesn't seem like it's like range bound, like it just seems like it's grinding. Could be wrong. Oh, son of a gun. Get me out. I was trying for 35. I'm in at 45. Trade is ruined. I'm sensing that I need to be very careful here on this day. If I end this day in like red, I'll be not gonna be happy. So I gotta be careful. Sizing down. This stock does have potential, which is good. Just gotta be patient here. Use small size, gain a rhythm. This is much better than everything else that we saw so far. The candlestick has to curl here because if not, it just starts to look terrible. Alright, there's a new high 58. Getting the highest fills, man. There's a 10,000 share buyer that's gonna come there, but my fill is not favorable here. It seems like it's having resistance because why are we not going? It should be going up more. I gotta use limit orders here is what I'm gonna use limit. That's what I'm seeing that I need to do here because trying to buy some of these areas is just filling into the moon. Only a few places can make sense for the market. We caught a good trade, but we only had 1,500 shares, so better than nothing. No, better than nothing. Holy smokes. I almost fumbled that by hitting wrong hotkeys. Alright, KB. Time again. Time again. KB. K of the B. K of the B, brother. Over 50, over 50, over 50. I mean, I gotta look at my 5-minute chart more often, or I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I don't know. Yeah, well, I do know. I think if it comes down again, I'm not gonna touch it, and I'm gonna try to go short if it rejects the highs again. I was going to just now for the move below 50, but I don't know. I kind of was waiting for like a tick higher because I know they would give me the worst possible fill. What is safe for a hive day breakout here? 53, 55, 50. The 1-minute candle to make the new high would be 51. But if we reject the highs, then it's certainly a losing trade. It is flagging in this like ascending support here. Oh, I didn't take 52. Come on, give us a new high. Show us 65 here. Show us 65. Rip to the moon. Fly. Yeah, 63, 65. Okay, good, good, good. That's a little aggressive. It's not gonna go right away. I'll try one more time. It should be ripping here. What's going on? Are we still seeing short sellers? Like that should have went to like 75, 80. 65 was just bare minimum. Ah, short sellers is what it is. Alright, I think I'm out of here, man. To hell with this. Or green, which is better than nothing. That dip there, I wanted more of a drop. It wasn't super decisive at 30, but it's gonna bounce to 40. Once again, my instinct telling me to shut it down. And I'm still in front of the screen, so RZLV. Don't worry, I'm gonna leave here in a bit. Discipline, of course, prevailing. RCLV, 2.5 million shares of volume, 10-cent spread, 33% move. The dip could be good if it comes. But okay. All right. I'm gonna give it one last look through and then call it a day. Early day today. Early day. Heading out 10:30. Okay, guys. If you're going the distance, continue to be disciplined. Continue to be patient. ELAV. What was? I never looked at this one. Hold up. Oh, okay. And did give this 1 minute candle make new high. Oh yeah, anyhow, yeah. Continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient. I'll catch you guys later. Nothing looking particularly good. And so I'm shutting it down before the depths come and get us. So TOVX, maybe we could have done without that 5 minute setup. And then there was a different stock where I took that poor trade towards the end. I think that was HKD, where I took that dip below 50 and lost 150 bucks. So between those two trades, maybe we could have had an extra $300 to the day, but scratch trades at the end. We're glad to at least survive this kind of a slow momentum, and we'll be back tomorrow. There's not gonna be a recap today because it's been so slow. So I'll post one of the success stories. I'll post that at 12 p.m. market time, so you guys can stay tuned to see one of the students here in the community. For those of you on YouTube, especially, the chat room know these guys pretty well. But for those of you on YouTube, I've promised for some time that I'm gonna, do videos with the students, and here's one. I do want to do another virtual meetup as well. I gotta check my schedule to see what's going on. Because if I'm home this weekend, we can do one this weekend. We can do one specifically for the students again, and then maybe next weekend we can do one a little broader for the entire chat room. So if you want to come in there and get, a little bit more familiar with the people, show your face, jump on your webcam, and like have a chance to just share a little bit about who you are and, what you're doing here in the community and so forth. We've done a couple of them. I can pull up a few. We've done a couple of them before. Hold on, let me go to single screen. We've done a couple of them. Let's see. Can I find? Shout out to Wrong Bet, man. Shout out to Wrong Bet. Wrong Bet, my man. Anthony. We had a couple other traders here too, but this is just and this on this particular day, I have a more recording of this day. This is like at the end of the day actually. We had like 3 times as many people, but it's just like a look of how it goes down. It's like a pretty big call. We've done this a couple times throughout the years. But it's great for, transparency and just getting to know the community on a bit of a higher level. But we do say webcams are mandatory, right? This is just what it is. You can't come in there and be a shy individual. And if you are a shy individual or a private person, it's fine. But if you're gonna join, it's mandatory for webcams, right? Or if you're using your phone camera. But yeah, anyhow, stay safe, stay green. I'll talk more about it. We'll see what's going on, and if the weekend is looking good, tomorrow we can. Well, tomorrow's Friday. Geez, tomorrow's Friday. Damn, why the week's going so fast, man? Feels like Tuesday. Ever since I turned 18, it's like it goes 3 times as fast. Before then, a day would take an eternity. But anyhow, yeah, tomorrow I'll let you guys know tomorrow, right? We'll announce it, and we can do it on Saturday, or Sunday. And if people are available, we can hang out and have a good time. But stay safe, stay green. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Pastor signing out. Scratch day. Stay tuned for the success story at 12 p.m.